we're looking at the personal or the self in learning. We're looking at the ways in which our own experience is taken into consideration or needs to be taken into consideration in looking at learning. The key text we're going to use to start this discussion is Thomas Nielsen's chapter in the Social Ecology book, where he talks about a curriculum for giving. In developing an argument for this curriculum, Nielsen argues that problem behaviour in children is not because children are bad, but because children are unhappy, have a lack of well-being. So he talks about how can we make children happier? How can we make them feel better? He argues that one of the healthiest things we can do is to give. So a curriculum for giving. In arguing this case, Nielsen calls up evidence from biology, where he says studies have shown that 5 to 15 minutes of gratitude will cause a shift in the nervous system to a calm state called parasympathetic dominance, which is where heart, breathing, blood pressure and brain rhythm are synchronized. So he equates giving or gratitude with physical well-being, with physical health. It actually makes us feel better. And he says he undertook each year with his group of teaching students, he undertakes an experiment. He divides them into 3 groups. One group that does a random act of giving each day, another group that keeps a daily gratitude journal, and a third group that just learns about positive psychology. And he asked these groups to take well-being surveys at 3 points in a 13-week semester. Nielsen observes, each time I've conducted this research, the gratitude and giving groups increased their well-being, while the control groups only maintained their original level of well-being. So gratitude, he argues, can lead to increased well-being. He also argues that gratitude is not just about giving something to others, but about giving something to yourself. Giving something to yourself, some sort of self-forgiveness, sense of gratitude, reverence, awe, prayer, ways of giving to life itself. This sense of not giving yourself such a hard time, giving yourself some latitude, giving yourself some respect, giving yourself some love, is very important. And Nielsen argues that schools that see the well-being of students to be the whole responsibility, the responsibility of all staff, not just that of the school counsellor, have students with high levels of well-being and academic achievement. So here he's arguing the payoffs or the benefits of focusing on well-being are many. Not only do they lead to greater well-being, but greater academic achievement. This is an important chapter and one worth having a look at, and it's the basis for this further discussion of self and learning that we're going to go into in the next section.